So for you people that don't know, my wife is from Pakistan, and her father lives outside of the city here. And the other day when the Raptors were playing the Brooklyn Nets, I got a phone call, and it was from my father-in-law. And this is what he told me. Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Hello? What, Ben? Ben, is this you? Yeah, it's me. Did you just watch the Brooklyn game? Were you watching it? Yeah, I was watching it. I could not believe what I was seeing. 3-pointer by Royce O'Neal. I said what? Royce O'Neal. Oh, Royce O'Neal. No, Royce O'Neal. He was hitting Shaquille O'Neal, Royce O'Neal, whatever it is. 3-pointer like robot. Ring, 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 ding, ding, ring, ding, 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 ding. Couldn't miss, Ben. I know, I watched the game. He couldn't miss. What are we supposed to do about him? I said, I don't know what we're supposed to do. Well, man, maybe we'll watch the next game together and the Raptors will pull it together, right? Yes, maybe they'll pull it together. Okay, bye, Ben. Tell my daughter I love her. Okay, I will. Love you, buddy. Welcome back to the Sports Ethos Toronto Raptor podcast, and I'm your host, as usual, El Hoopo, ELHOOPO, and I'm here with my good friends, A.Rod, A-R-O-D, and Mr. Max Profit, you better pay me. All three of us are here, and we're ready to go. Let's change the world. This is the best podcast on the Raptors in the world. What's up, boys?
What is up, Max?
What is going on, man?
Yeah. The in-laws, you know.
I love the in-laws.
Oh, he's the best. God love him. I've been to India with him too, and we all took the emergency or the pre-trip pills to go to India. You know what he did? He said, "I don't take pills." I'm like, "What do you take?" He goes, "I bring yogurt." As long as I find yogurt, my stomach will be fine, man. Like, all right, cool. But look at this sweater Max got on today. That's some royalty shit right there. My God.
Oh, damn.
Kings.
Did you find that? Did you find that in a pyramid? Like.
Oh man,
stole it out of Ramsey's tomb right there.
I got my Scotty Barnes in the mail though.
Oh yes. Holy moly.
King
FSU.
SB.
And Scotty Barnes was playing like a king, so we're just putting it together, you know?
Well, here we go. Let me set the plate as I usually do. Set the dinner table. One word, boys, describe that Brooklyn game. Hit me.
I'm gonna go with this is tough to say. I'm gonna go with interesting.
Hey.
And I'm gonna say with interesting because lately I've been on the Raptors' ass quite a bit about the play style, both offense and defense, right?
A little bit.
There was a lot of ugly stuff in that game too, but they worked it out.
I don't want to sugarcoat it, but you know what? Sometimes you just end up losing games because you don't hit a few shots. And I felt like that was that kind of game because they didn't make the same kind of mistakes that they were making all the time that we've seen over the last stretch of games.
That's true.
Some of the play sets run were fine. There was nothing wrong with them. They just didn't make the shots. Defensively, thought they were a little bit better, especially in the opening frame of the game. Pretty low scoring, but they were holding these guys down. Nobody really got going. I don't think they played that poorly. I just don't think that they made their shots and it didn't go their way. So it was kind of interesting for me to watch because I don't really have a big complaint with that game.
I agree, man. What about you, Max? One word.
One word is hard.
One, 2, or 3. You know how it works.
Three. I got 3. Chain of command.
Yes,
Chain
sir.
of command.
Yes.
It was Barnes bossing up. It was OG D'ing up, handling the dirty undercover stuff. He's kind of like Snake Eyes in G.I. Joe. Remember Snake Eyes in G.I. Joe?
Of course.
He come through cool as dirt, and do his thing. Yeah. But he wasn't looking for the shine, but he was cool as hell, That's OG. Yeah. And then Pascal was getting in where he fits in. Yeah. And I think that's the way they should do it, Pascal needs to be the versatile one. Like, what do we need today? Barnes needs to do the same thing every time. Like, he needs to go hard and be as versatile as he can be, bringing the ball up from the rebound, starting the fast break, You know, easy on the behind the back dribble to the three. Like,
no, I'm good with that, man. Keep doing your thing, Scotty. Keep doing your thing, Scotty.
Hey. I want to give a slight disagreement on Max there. I just want to say, Scotty, you know, like I appreciate that in a sense. Just don't turn it into a Jordan Poole moment.
Yeah,
be a young guy and have fun. You know, show the joy of the game. Like, let us be entertained because we don't get much entertainment up here.
Yeah, but don't join that pool party.
But yeah, don't join the pool party. The pool with the E at the end, man.
Great phrase.
Act in a pool. Act in a pool.
Act in a pool.
Yeah.
Pooling around. I mean,
I think for my word would be, I think I have, let me see how much this is in my mind here. It's only 3. Fuck Ben Simmons. So that's what I gotta say for that Nets game. Man, did you see his stupid ass on the bench? I'm like, where does this guy find the nerve? Sorry, that's like his nerve in his back. That's a pun
joke, man.
I didn't mean to do that either. Man. But where's this guy find the nerve to be out with a nerve in his back? And he's sitting on the bench with a big stupid smile on his face.
Our boy old Hoopo's a dad, so he's got those pun jokes, you know, those old dad jokes.
There it is. Where's this guy find the nerve? Yeah, but Royals Royce O'Neal, this guy couldn't miss, man.
That was kind of frustrating, you know, watching that part of it. It was kind of frustrating because, like I said, I don't find a lot of fault with that game particularly. Right. I just don't think that they made the shots when they needed to, but it wasn't really aggravating to watch like a disjointed kind of fumbly offense where guys don't know what
I
they're
agree
doing.
with you fully.
It
just
felt like a game where it was unfortunate they didn't get the bounces they needed, but they were competing. So, like, what do I have to complain about? You know, these guys are trying at least, right?
So much truth in that.
But
yeah, that was like a football loss where it's like ball bounces a certain way, everybody went hard, but it's like it's a lot of luck involved when the competition level is that high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they did do what they had to do to win that game. It's just it came down to the end, and I think sorry, A-Rod, go.
No. I was just gonna make a little brief comment because the last time I talked about the defense, I was talking about these guys not making the proper split section decisions when they needed to rotate, right? Especially when we talked about the Max Strus game, right? This time, Royce O'Neal got off, but they were actually making good decisions, and Jakob was actually understanding where to position himself and to get under the rim. And
right now.
Yeah, he looked good. Like, I don't have any complaints with that. It's just they didn't get lucky. That's all it was.
Man, and what's his name? Nick is it Nick Claxton? Nick Claxton.
Yeah.
Was a monster. What a monster.
He's one of my favorite players that I root for in the league. He's not a star or anything, but like I've been watching him since he got off the bench when Kyrie and KD were there. Like I started I'll say, he's a starter now, you know, and he had a little back and forth with Embiid. He didn't back down. I was proud of him, you know.
Yeah. You know who I like on there is also is Bridges, Mikal Bridges.
Mikal Bridges. Everybody roots for Mikal Bridges from when he got drafted. We've been rooting for Mikal Bridges, bro. You know what I'm saying?
This guy doesn't miss a game, and he's just so durable. He's beautiful shot. It's just up and down.
How stupid does Philly feel right now?
Ugh.
These guys literally drafted him. His mom works for the organization, and they traded him on draft night for Zaire Smith.
It's crazy.
What? Is that who they traded him
for?
Yeah, for Zaire Smith.
I didn't even know who they traded him for. That's crazy how bad that trade was. Wow.
Awful.
Well, man. I like A-Rod said. I didn't come out of that game angry. I didn't come out of the game upset. I was like, they fought hard. And I said on the Raptors Twitter, I said, forget about it. You know what I mean? Forget about it. On to the next one. You can't let that one get you down because the league just keeps moving, and it's going to keep moving without you. If you don't want to keep your head in the sand, you got to get your head right out and move on to the next one, which they did. And that's a perfect transition, I must say, into the next game, which was the Phoenix Suns. And one word, boys. This game was yesterday. One word to describe the Phoenix Suns game.
Frustrating. And I'll tell you why it's frustrating.
Hit me.
It's frustrating because these guys won the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's frustrating to me as a Raptors fan to watch them lose to shit teams like Orlando, Portland, go ahead and name whatever other one you want to call shit too.
I didn't like the Cleveland loss.
The Cleveland loss too. Oof. And then you go beat Phoenix, who's on full rest, 7-game win streak.
Has been waiting for you.
Yeah. KD's like undefeated in 5 games against the Raps. I don't think he's lost since the finals. Mm-hmm. You know, when we played him when he was on Golden State.
Yeah.
And then you go beat these guys, and it's just like, is this what this season is going to be? Like, are we just going to go up, down, up, down, up, down? And I was telling you guys, you know, the other day, like, if there ever is a team in NBA history that is going to blow a 3-0 lead in the playoffs, it is going to be this Raptors team.
Man,
1,000%, I am sure on this.
He said that.
For everybody listening right now, right after the game, we have a little WhatsApp group chat for this, and that's what he wrote in the group chat. I didn't even reply because it hurt so much.
I didn't reply either
because I was like, he's right.
Mm-hmm. It was one of those check collector type of moments where it's the reason why people don't, wage thieves, why people don't pay attention till Christmas. All this kind of stuff. Why they introduced the in-season tournament, you know what I mean? Yeah. That game brings out all those feelings, you know what I mean? Like, you motherfuckers.
How about you then? How about you then, Max? One word, hit me. If you have 1, 2, 3, 4.
One word would be oh. You know? Like oh. Like that's what you guys can do when you're ready to go, you know?
Oh.
It's not like rooting for you. Everybody get it together. It's just everybody's just like super professional, damn near championship level play, all out of the blue.
Just out of the blue.
We know we're not going to get it to the next game or the game after that. We know that.
Yeah.
You're so right. Like I've said before, I walk my kids to school and I walk through the park and I always run into the neighborhood. There's some people around that are in one of my fantasy leagues I'm in, and I always run into some of the fellas and they always have that little chit chat back and forth about the last Raptor game. And the same thing what you just said, A-Rod. I ran into this guy, my guy Rafi, and Rafi's like, man, he's like, this is all they ever do. They lose to shit teams. And then they go and they blast on the good ones. I'm like, that's what they do. And it seems this is what they continually do. Like, this seems to be in their DNA, which is just a strange thing. I don't know.
And you know, like, come playoff time, it's going to feel that way, too, because if they do get into the playoff, whatever seed they're in, they're not going to be exactly what their seed is. You know, like, if they're an 8 seed, you're going to be like, this is not a real 8 seed. This is going to be somewhere around, like, a 4 or 5 or something like that, you know?
Yep.
Then they're going to play somebody and give them a run, and then people are going to get really excited, and all of a sudden it's just going to implode, and we'll think back to the whole season. It's like the flags were there all along, man.
Yeah.
Now, we could be Philly. At least we got our ring. We could be Philly with the second round exits that they go through, no matter what kind of scenario, what kind of team they got. It's just second round exit.
Man, I'm with you, Max. We got our ring, and we were alive to see it. We were alive to see it. Because like I had my Dutch grandfather. Everybody hears me talking about my Tiger, about my Dutch grandfather before he passed. Rest in peace. He said, Ben, I just want to see the Leafs win a Stanley Cup before I die.
Bro. My pops just said that like 50 minutes ago. My pops just said that. He said, I've been in the country 51 years, and I hope they get a championship before I go.
We got that with the Raptors.
My dad literally said
we got our ring,
My dad came in 67. He's like, I've never seen them win again.
There's some real pain in those like real Leaf fans' eyes. If you ever get into a real conversation, there's a guy on my street. He's a diehard Leaf fan. Last time he said, "No, you know what? I'm never watching a game again." And he threw his Sundin jersey in the middle of the street and just left it there.
Like the Leafs and the Knicks have all the money, all the status, and no championships in the modern game.
I can't talk about.
We got our ring. That's the whole.
We got our ring. That was the point. I think for that game, one word for me is 2 words. It was I came out of that so happy. I'm like, how happy am I? You know how happy I was coming out of that? I was Rob Ford happy. I was Rob Ford dancing. I was like, you remember when Rob Ford at City Council brought in right before he retired, or he wouldn't step down, he brought in that reggae artist and one love. and he's just going like this. I was like, I had to bring that video up. So I'm gonna share my screen for all you listening right now. I'm sharing my screen, and this is how I felt after the Raptors beat the beautiful Phoenix Suns last night, right here. So let's just.
Oh man, look at the pop.
Look at him go. Hey.
Hey, he's loving it, man.
Man, rest in peace. He was the greatest mayor of all time in the entire world. Well, look at this guy go. Look at him.
He got that Elaine from Seinfeld kind of jerk.
He's got that I don't give a fuck jerk too. Look at him. He's just I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Look at that. That's like a George Costanza Elaine.
He's just sweating too.
There's more
He's just
life. That's what we need.
He looks kind of like a guy from New Orleans. He doesn't seem like a Toronto guy. He seems like more like a New Orleans guy.
Man, he was it though. He was.
Hey,
he was
even Iron Mike wanted to meet him. You remember when Mike came on CP24?
Yes, I remember that. Yeah,
I never forget that for one reason only. Total sidebar on this, but it was because Nathan Downer, asked him the question about like.
I remember that. What a punk.
Yeah, he just brought it up out of nowhere about his record, right? Yeah. And then Mike's like, "Why you gotta go ask that, you rat piece of shit?"
On air.
And he's like, we're live. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Hey, I love Mike, man.
Checked him hard. Who doesn't love Mike, man?
Yeah.
He's like, you can talk a load of shit until you catch a fist in your face. You know what I mean? Like
Best thing I ever heard Mike Tyson say was, a lot of these people ain't good. They just well behaved.
Yes. Well, that's so true. All right. Well, you know what? The one thing I wanted to say to go on the other side on that Phoenix-Toronto game was one guy that really impressed me. The big man, Nurkic. He just was a load. And you know what? I got to call out Leo Routins because Leo Routins said some real disrespectful shit in warm-ups.
I don't really like Leo Routins' commentary.
I don't like Leo Routins either. But at the very start, he was like, Nurkic was warming up and they started talking about Nurkic. And Nurkic is like, it's going to be a tough matchup for Jakob, blah, blah, blah. But he's like, but I think Jakob shouldn't have a problem because he's not too smart. I was like, whoa.
I didn't hear that one. I guess I got home late.
How do you know this, Leo? Like, no wonder nobody liked him on the Canada national team as a coach.
Well, Leo got that dripping all off of him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I run down Lakeshore in the summertime. I saw him one time. I'm like, he's one of those guys who runs without a shirt on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Put a shirt on, man. Put a shirt on.
He's homeboy who played Knight Rider. What's that dude?
Oh, yeah. Hasselhoff.
Yeah, he's Hasselhoff, 100%.
Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. He's definite tanning booth type of dude.
He's hassle. He's a hassle with no Hoff, man.
He's a jerk Hoff.
It's true, because at least Hasselhoff had the classic show,
Yeah. All right, well, let's get out of the Phoenix game and keep this good vibe up. I'm feeling a real good vibe in here. So, boys, I got a quick question before we get in here, but I'm looking for somewhere to buy my greens powder. I'm like, I just ran out of my greens powder. I need to get my greens in with my
Popeye supplements is the place you want to go.
Yeah.
Oh, so they sell greens powders.
They sell greens powder. They even sell olive oil, man.
Oh,
man.
They sell olive oil.
So I can get olive oil and my greens powders in one shop?
There you go.
God. Well,
a little dad joke there.
This is another edition of This or
That.
Brought to you by Popeye Supplements. All right, boys. This is starting to grow into a thing. And, we're gonna jump right into this or that with the street fight. And I got it. Last week we went with some last episode we went with some middleweights. This one I had to go heavyweights. Heavyweights. Okay. So here we go with the first street fight in this corner. We got Antonio Davis. All right, jacked up Antonio Davis. Didn't want to be here because of the metric system because he couldn't wrap his head around it. Next one, Canadian legend Jamal Big Dog McGlure.
Oh, wow.
So we got Jamal McGlure against Antonio Davis. Hit me. Who do you got?
I would say Antonio Davis first and foremost if it was anybody else but Jamal McGlure. The only reason I'm saying Jamal McGlure is for all my Toronto people.
Yeah.
Jamal McGlory grew up in Flemo. I'm from Flemo.
Hey,
Jamal McGlory also went to Eastern.
Hey,
Certified legend. He was one of the guys that everybody looked up to in the neighborhood. That's one of my buddy's cousins, so I gotta go with Jamal, man. Straight up
You
bias.
can't, or you get slapped tomorrow. What about you, Max.P? So that's one for Jamal.
Shout out to Jamal McGlory. There was a 3-on-3 basketball tournament back when it was called the Sky Dome. Man. I think I was in the 6th or 7th grade. And we beat Jamal McGlory's team. I remember it to this day. He had me, my cousin Jim Box from Malton. He played for Ascension, and my Spanish homie Randy, who lived right down the street from me.
Randy,
playing point guard, you know. And Jamal McGlory showed up with 2 guys that were not good, and it was about average height. That's how they used to put the teams in different categories, you know. So that's like a lifetime memory for mine, you know. I wasn't no big time baller, but that was definitely an accomplishment,
that's huge.
You know.
That's huge.
And, yeah, so shout out to Jamal McGlory, the local hero. We all just sort of seen him come up, you know, in different ways, you know.
So who would win the fight, though?
He would win the fight because, come on, Toronto, we have a chip on our shoulder like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't believe. And especially where Jamal McGlory's from. Like, they kind of invented the, what was it, what do we call it? The screw face capital?
Yeah. That's where it came from.
I feel like those guys are kind of like sort of embody that, you know? Yeah. You come to the city, you talking slick, you're going to get dealt with. You're going to punch them out.
and also Antonio Davis, as much as I like him, right? He was kind of like the bitch twin out of the 2 of the brothers, you know. Like
everybody liked the other Davis brother.
Dale Davis on the Pacers was a monster.
Yes.
Yeah. If this was Dale Davis against Antonio Davis, I got Dale Davis all day, all day.
Sir,
and he would do it like Kevin Willis would do it in a pair of Wranglers. It's like J.O. said, I didn't even catch his joke. I went back to that episode. He's like, yeah, I said, what's his name? Kevin Willis wears Wranglers. He's like, yeah, Kevin Willis goes in a pool with jeans on. Anyways, so we got 2-zip Jamal McGlory. It's not even a question for me. Not even a question. I just wanted to put it up there. But Jamal is gonna eat him up so quick and so fast, and he's gonna be playing all the old Toronto like ghetto concept. He's gonna have playing in the background. He's gonna have IRS. He's gonna have Danny O. He's gonna have Spider-Man. But all the old
and then after he wins that fight, he's going straight to Speaker's Corner, man.
With Mr. T. Yeah. And he's gonna go to what was it called? Electric Circus. Dance it out, Jamal. Dance it out. Yeah, no. So 3-0, Jamal. I knew that was gonna be the case, but I just wanted to put it out there.
And make sure you show everybody your jersey, Poe. That jersey's crazy.
Man, I did. Yeah, at the start, but yeah, this.
Oh, you did at the start?
Scotty Barnes, man, Florida State.
I wasn't sure we were recording when you did that.
Number 4, the great. All right, King SB. All right, so this one I'm going back to. Who do you think partied more in their time here in Toronto? Who do you think enjoyed themselves?
The Party
more?
City.
Yeah, it sure is. So who do you think enjoyed
Miami
themselves
North.
more? Sweet Lou, while he was here, Sweet Lou, or Mr. Terrence Ross? Who do you think enjoyed themselves more? Lou Williams or Terrence Ross?
Tough one.
I heard some stories.
I mean, listen, Lou's girl got a girlfriend, so I mean, he's already hitting them rap lyrics.
I mean, Pimpin' Lou.
Yeah, but I mean, Terrence Ross. Hey, after that 51-point game against the Clippers, I don't think he ever did anything again. So I'm gonna say
lay pipe.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Terrence Ross, man. He probably just got 51, got a few baddies, and then just said, "Hey, I'm going to work," but not for the Raptors.
Yeah, interesting. It's interesting how the ladies guys in the NBA game goes up and down like that. Terrence Ross and homeboy with the two wife Sweet times Lou. 2 girlfriend times 2 Pimpin' Lou. These guys' game go up and down like crazy. Even Jamal Crawford, who seems kind of squarish, game used to go up and down like he would just knee deep in some good stuff. the night before, you know.
So you got Terrence. What about you, Max? Who do you think?
Yeah, I'm going with Terrence because it's just in his game. You can see. Yeah. Oh, he was partying last night. Oh, he's focused today.
Yeah, you know, like 1 for 11.
Yeah, it was just in his game. It was so obvious. Like, when is this guy going to put it together? You know?
Yeah, just stanking of booze on the court. Oh man. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you guys. I think it was Terrence because I think, I think it was Terrence because it was just it melted into his game. You're so right. You could just tell that that was the game he was playing more so than the Dino game. All right, and the last one. I don't want to spend too much time on this because we don't have that much time. But real quick, I just want to Who do you got? All right, best ginger to ever. Since I'm a ginger, best ginger to play in the league. We got Matt Bonner.
Red Rocket
or Brian Scalabrine.
Matt Bonner, man.
Bonner. Oh, this is such a tough choice.
Oh, it shouldn't be though.
Scalabrine has such a cool name. It's such a cool
It's like
name.
mine. I'm Ben Stortini.
Yeah.
Scalabrine. I'm like, hey.
I really, really like that dude's last name, but I'm going with the Red Rocket. Come on, man. Yeah. We all rode the Red Rocket pause. And it was, that's part of the tradition out here, you know.
It's true. Yeah, it's so true. Scalabrine actually bothers me. I think I put him as a ginger myself. There's a couple of gingers there's one thing you'll never see on the street. You'll never see a ginger girl and a ginger guy together because that's just wrong. Like it's actually that's like racist to us. Like it's not right. It's not right. It's racist. Like if I ever see it, I always give them a split eye. I'm like, you guys are crazy. There's something wrong with you. One of you sick? Which one of you is sick? Who's taking care of the other? And then the other thing is like Brian Scalabrine. I put him in the same bucket as like did us wrong. Like did gingers wrong is him and Carrot Top. So because he always, I don't know. There's just something about Matt Bonner though kept it just absolutely ginger perfect. Never brought it up. He's just like, yeah, I'm a redhead and I'm tough and I don't need to bring it up. Anyway, so Matt Bonner 3-zip.
All right.
Shout out to that ginger struggle. We're getting put up on game tonight, you know?
long story short, I lived in the UK for a little bit. I heard, they pick on gingers out there. I'm like, yeah, let them try. I'm walking down the street. Sure enough, car drove by. Hey, ginger! And they threw an orange at me, man.
They threw an orange
at me, man. Yeah.
Man, Europe is crazy, though, the way they get at people, though. They'll pick on you for anything out there.
So crazy. I remember seeing that MIA video with all the gingers in it. Whatever it was called. A tear came out of my eye. Anyways,
oh, man.
All right, so the next game is the Knicks. This is a big one. Bing, bang, boom. This is a big one. This is a big, big, big one. What do you boys want to see? And, what do you want to see? Tell me. Hit me. This is a big one.
I want to see them contain Jalen Brunson as best as they can. Mm-hmm. I'm not concerned with RJ because RJ's been in the league for a while, but RJ's biggest problem is he cannot shoot, and the shot selection that he does take does not coincide with the roster that they have. Everybody just kind of packs the interior, and it really just messes up the Knicks' floor spacing. So I feel like if you just contain Jalen Brunson and then you force RJ to be the guy, he's just going to want to force it because he's in Toronto.
Yeah.
And I feel like
he'll go 8 of 28 or something like that. Yeah.
With the Raps, So that's what I want to see.
I totally agree.
The Knicks are extremely beatable. Extremely beatable. You take it out, just like A.Rod said, you take it out of Brunson's hands, and you can't trust nobody to make a shot on that team. They're all like Stonehand players.
He's got a beautiful nickname. What's his nickname? Burner Brunson. Sorry, I didn't want to cut you off. Burner Brunson. I love that nickname. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
That's a dope name. Yes. Yeah. But like everybody else on that team's got stone hands. Like it's, nobody's got a smooth, fluid type of offense on that team other than their point guard. And it's a high-profile team, so hopefully the Raptors will show up and show out. Show up and show out.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, what's his name again? The coach, Thibodeau. Thibodeau just runs him into the ground. Like I'm a huge Jalen Brunson supporter. I think Jalen Brunson's a fantastic. I think Dallas made a big mistake letting him go, and him going there. I just hope Thibodeau doesn't run him into the ground and kill him like he did to our boy Derrick Rose.
Yeah, so, Thibodeau will.
Yeah, I know he already is. I think he's 41 minutes a game, sort of Fred VanVleet type of vibe that he's going on. But yeah, personally, on my side, I want to see. I just want to see the Raps do what they did to Phoenix and just come out and show no quit and show no fear. Right when that game was close in the Phoenix game, was like I could smell a little bit of fear, like, oh, Kevin Durant's going to take over, get this and that. You know, they're close. We had the game.
I thought they were going to collapse.
There's no fear in there. Everybody thought they were going to collapse, but there goes Scotty, and he let his balls hang, and he just ran. And you talked about being a boss. He bossed up at the end of that game.
Can we talk about Scotty for a quick second?
We got 1 minute.
Yeah,
one minute.
Just 10 seconds. Scotty is top 20 in the league in fourth quarter points scored. Yeah. He's also top 3 in the league for steals and blocks in the fourth quarter. So he's doing a two-way thing at the end of games, which is nuts because most guys cannot do that. They can either do one or the other, but he's doing both, and this is when you're supposed to be most tired. So kudos to Scotty, man.
And people say, oh, he's a superstar in the fourth quarter. No. It's because he's a superstar.
The other day, they had him on a list as the beginning of the career. They had him on a list with Giannis, Larry Bird. I think it was Shaq or something.
Giannis, Larry Bird.
Kevin Garnett was on there twice. Giannis and Larry Bird. I was like, what the hell kind of list is this guy on? 300 this and 20 that, and bro, he's a dude. He's that dude.
He is that dude. He's a king. So let's leave it at that. Next game, get them, boys, get them, and we'll be together again to chat about this one. That was again another classic episode and a lot of fun, boys. And
yes, sir.
Until we meet again. And let's salute. We had a listener from Brazil in the last episode after we're talking shit about Hoffa. So salute to them.
Shout out to Brazil.
Favela life. This has been another very beautiful episode of the Sports Ethos Toronto Raptor podcast. And I'm your host. You know who it is. It's just Mr. Hoopo. And I'm here with A.Rod and Mr. Max.P. And we did it again, folks, and we'll be back again every Thursday and Sunday. And if you want to put a face to the voice or the voice to the face, check us out on YouTube at El Hoopo and hit like and subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.